Welcome to Curtis Ghost Corner, coming to you from a secret underground base in occupied America. Hi, all you thought criminals and threats to democracy. Welcome back. And those of you that are new, welcome. For the New York Post, Lee Zeldin attacker quickly released just as Lee Zeldin predicted. Those who don't know, Lee Zeldin is the Republican candidate for governor of New York State. Now, I live in upstate New York, so I've got some skin in the game. Thankfully, it's way far away from New York City, but unfortunately not far enough. And let's read on. The man who allegedly tried to stab Republican candidate, it's not alleged, you're going to see in the video, he tried. Republican candidate for New York, Governor Lee Zeldin, with a bladed weapon during a campaign stop on Thursday, was released from jail within hours of his arrest on a felony charge, just as Zeldin had predicted. Of course. David Jack Obas, I won't even say his name, 43 from Fairport, was arraigned overnight in Barrington Town Court on account of second-degree attempted assault stemming from the attack on Representative Zeldin, who was quickly released on his own recognizance. Just quickly released. He's also a sitting member of Congress, by the way. In a tweet after the violent incident in Monroe County, Zeldin, who was running for a tough-on-crime candidate against incumbent unelected Governor Kathy Hochul, said he expected his assailant to be back on the streets in no time. His words as he tried to stab me a few hours ago, "You're done." But several attendees, including Esposito for New York, quickly jumped into action and tackled the guy, the gubernatorial hopeful tweeted early Friday. Law enforcement was on the scene within minutes. The attackers will likely be instantly released under New York state laws. Now let's watch the video of what actually happened, and you make up your own mind.
Go now. There we go. Okay, who's got the knife? I got it. I got it. On this arm right here. One minute, go nowhere.
Now let's see that one more time.
There's only one option. You're done. You're done. You're done.
Go now. There we go. Okay, who's got the knife? I got it. I got it. On this arm right here. One minute, go nowhere.
And there it is. You tell me, is he an alleged assailant? Unbelievable. Let's read on. Get rid of these pop-ups. And there's a picture of him there. And in his right hand, you can see the pointed object. He's got his fingers through the holes, and there's two sharp metal objects coming out. Now, the guy was intoxicated, but that's besides the point. Maybe thank God that he was, because he hesitated for a few seconds before they grabbed him. And there he is there being restrained. His words as he tried to stab me a few hours ago were, "You're done." But several attendees, including Esposito, quickly jumped into action and tackled the guy. The attacker will likely be instantly released under New York State's laws, and he was. And there's the picture there. What would have happened if Zeldin hadn't grabbed his arm? That's a neck blow with some very sharp objects. That has the great potential of being lethal. We'll see what happens to this moron. But I wanted to make a point that the Democrats especially are really ginning up what I'll call inner hostility and hatred and bitterness. I want you to take a look at a meme that I put up not too long ago with some quotes of some very prominent Democrats. And there you have it. From Representative Presley, no, there needs to be unrest in the streets. Our current vice president, protesters should not let up. And of course, the mental pygmy, probably the lowest IQ in Congress, and that's a really low bar, Maxine Waters. If you see anybody from that cabin in a restaurant, in a department store, you get out and you create a crowd and you push back on them. And this is from the Speaker of the House, the third in line to be president after the vice president. I just don't know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be. And they got the gall, they got the balls to say that President Trump incited violence. Freaking-credible. Let's read on. Critics on Twitter reacted with a mix of incredulity and dismay at the news of the subject's swift release. The guy tried to stab a man running for governor and is back on the streets, a GOP congressman from Queens tweeted. New York has truly become a sick place run by criminals. Yeah. And here's his picture here. I won't even say his name, you ass. There's another photograph from the podium where Zeldin was speaking. And now they have him there. You see him there with a sweatshirt. His hat's off now. Looks like a couple of security guys have him. Zeldin is sitting, he was congressman from Long Island who was delivering a stump speech about bail reform. How ironic is that? He was giving a speech on bail reform when he was confronted by this moron. Now, here's the thing. He even predicted he would be out very quickly. And guess what? He was. Now, there's the weapon. There's the weapon. What is that, some kind of Batman thing? Who the hell knows? The two holes where your fingers go, and of course the pointed metal objects are what you use to stab with. And there you have it. Incredible. The guy who tried to stab Lee Zeldin in New York tonight has already been released from police custody. This guy tried to stab a man running for governor and a sitting member of Congress, mind you. And he's back on the streets. New York has truly become a sick place run by criminals. I can't say that I can argue with that. And the attacker said, "You're done," as he was lunging. You see in the picture of the little circle with the weapon. The 43-year-old man is reportedly an Iraqi vet, was said to be drunk at the time and was seen on video jumping on stage and lunging at the candidate with an unknown weapon shaped like a cat's face featuring two blades. I saw that he was approaching the congressman, so I jumped up on the stage, witness Joe Chaley told the Post. After a brief tussle between the suspect and Zeldin, Shenley, a combat veteran, tackled the aggressor to the ground. Well, good for you, sir. Well done. Chaley told the Rochester First that he later spoke with an individual who found the suspect had served in Iraq. He promised to get him help. It's the Democrats ginning up violence. It's pure as simple. Unbelievable. Zeldin was unharmed and resumed his speech after the assailant was led away by police officers. Now, they're comparing that to Teddy Roosevelt. Just continue on with my speech. Those who don't know, Teddy Roosevelt gave a speech one time and was literally shot. I mean, he was shot by somebody in the crowd. And with a bullet in him, I believe he was bruised very badly or something. I forget how it goes. Finished the rest of his speech. Now, there's a guy with a set of balls. Later on Thursday, Zeldin told the Post via text he was okay and described the incident as crazy. Oh, she was so, here's Holchel. I'm glad he was not injured, and I condone this violent behavior. Meanwhile, I will let criminals out without bail, violent or not, and then turns around and sends out all kinds of press releases slamming Zeldin after he was attacked. These people suck so bad. Well, you want to get rid of Andy Cuomo. Well, you got rid of Andy Cuomo. New York's in a lot of trouble. I'm 65 years old. I grew up in upstate New York. I used to be a member of Binghamton City Council in the early 2000s as a Democrat, not anymore. I see what's going on. I see what's happening in our state as the cancer from New York City is slowly infiltrating upstate. Are all people that come up bad? Of course not. But it's having its effect. From the Albany on down, cashless bail for violent offenders. letting him out within hours of being arrested for assaulting a gubernatorial candidate. Tell me that's okay. Tell me that won't lead to more violence. As the Democrats, and there's the picture again. Good thing Zeldin was quick on his feet and grabbed the guy's arm. Tell me that this isn't going to escalate as time goes on, as the midterms get closer and closer. And then the 2 years till the presidential election. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? I pray for our country. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.